I've been to London twice, and both times I was there, I went to Morley's, and who was there with me? Ndombele.
I saw it, right? And I had to hit pause multiple times to go look who's number 22. I went on Wikipedia, and I had to go translate in French what 22 is to go look on their website, because I didn't believe that was Ndombele. I did not believe what I was watching. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shirtless Plantain Show. This is the weekend review. Happy New Year to everybody. It's the first weekend review of the new year. So, yeah, I have with me, as always, Deen and Coach. Fellas, how are we doing today?
Power to the people.
Man, I can't believe we have to do this fucking breathing shit for another year, man. Like, what the fuck, man? When does this shit end? When does it end? Yeah, like, you know, let me not be selfish. I'm very blessed to be here. I feel blessed. But damn, man, I've done this shit already, man. Like, come on, man. I'm tired of this shit, man. Like, fucking, man. Let's talk about some football, baby.
Oh, man, I was going to say there's a way to stop breathing, but hey, there ain't no there.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to be insensitive or nothing like that, man. You know, like,
no, but let's go to...
I think it's getting 115 charges. That's how you do it. You know, like that shit'll fuck you up real quick, you know, like...
Apparently it's 130, but he stopped counting a long time ago.
I knew that.
Let's go to France. I'm going to start off in the Trophy des Champions. PSG beat Monaco 1-0. Ousmane Dembele scored the winner in the 91st, 92nd minute. It's a pretty good tap-in, but PSG had like 20 shots this game. Monaco had 12 shots and only one goal. So there's a Nas lyric for that, about 33 shots, but that's...
Is that what Nas song is that? Man in the Garden?
No.
It's all love, baby. It's all love. It's all love. You know.
Hey, you did congratulate him.
Yeah,
there we go.
Like the other OGs, the ones on edibles, the haters in New Orleans. You know what? Let's not get too black with this shit, man. Let's get back to the football.
Yeah. But yeah, Coach, your boy scored.
It's your Kofi, Coach. It's your Kofi. That's what's causing this for me, man. I feel so black right now. I'm sorry.
God. It's always me. I'm just existing. It's always me in it. Okay.
Yeah, it is because you're black.
See, that's what I was saying earlier about existence. See what the problem is? Wow. The same shit keeps happening. All right,
all the time. But yeah, PSG won another trophy. Not sure if it really matters or not, but they won another trophy.
Where was the game hosted? Does anyone know?
Qatar.
Okay. Well, so that's why it exists, because I feel like I'm probably going to embarrass myself with this when I actually look it up. I don't really remember this tournament.
Yeah, you're embarrassing yourself.
Yeah, I just don't remember the tournament. I couldn't tell you who won it the last 20 times it happened.
PSG won it 13 times.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah, this has actually been happening since 1955.
Mm-hmm.
God damn. I can't. So France has been a country that long? Yeah, I didn't even know that, man. That's crazy.
They've been held together by the blood, sweat, and tears of Haiti and West Africa. So,
hey man, I thought they came into existence in 1998. That's when I first heard. I'm kidding. Let's go.
let's talk about Lyon Montpellier. Khalil Faïd came off the bench. He decided he wants to be the main character. He missed the sitter and then he scored an own goal. So that's what you do. If you're gonna fuck it up, at least fuck it up right.
Hey, that feels like the kind of thing that happens to Sean Dyche players, but yeah, that's for later.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so that happened, and that's unfortunate. Lyon Nantes was 1-1. I'm very happy about this game because, one, Jonathan David didn't score, and two, coach is not happy.
Is this the energy we're bringing into the new year?
Do you know what's crazy? Yeah, I was looking at this game thinking, I really hope these guys just literally drop the ball on this one. But since I'm gonna have to defend myself here, Jonathan David is literally 23 years old, 23 going on 24, whatever, right? And
why does his hair look like that? Why does his hair look like that?
I don't know. Him and Jonathan David pursue the same female company. I don't know. Asking me these questions. Anything.
I don't understand. How can he be 23 with hair like that? It don't make sense. Like he looked like that. What's that dude? The dude that was Kang. That nigga.
Yeah.
God.
Jonathan David's hair looks like his face.
Jonathan David, Jonathan Majors, same nigga.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, look, the guy you want to defend, you know, had it all. You know, he had his dad's a World Cup winner, one of the best defenders ever, kind of thing. Had it all laid out on the plate for him, whatever. And Jonathan David had to fight for shit with hair like that. There's no competition here, guys.
Hold
really,
on,
when you
hold
think
on.
about it.
Time out. I believe in black nepotism, so what you said
Yeah,
is not true.
yeah, that's all good and well, but let's not shit on Jonathan David, who had to fight for his life with Jonathan Major's hair. So that's why I'm out of it.
Fair enough.
Well,
fair enough.
Nance didn't have Moses Simon, but they managed to get a goal, so that ended at 1-1. Our boys Brest lost to Angers 2-0. Again, they don't play well in Ligue 1, but they do play in the Champions League, so that's that for them.
That's what they do.
It's classic European hangover, man. Like that's like they're really riding the wave of that. That's all it is. And do you know what as well? This is probably a wider conversation, but what is it with teams that get into Champions League that just are not there usually, and then they find a way to just kind of not get back to that level again, like, or you just get into Europe in general. Like, let's use Ipswich for example. They were playing the Inter in 2001, and that was literally the last time we saw the Tractors in the Premier League up until literally 2024. Like, right. I don't understand. Like, it's so dramatic. Like, are they sacrificing shit and the devil's coming back to collect like quickly and shit? Like, what is happening? What happens there, man?
I think what's happening is that you're a fan of a big club that, despite all the problems that the club has, the club is at least run somewhat competently. So the falls aren't that big. You know, like the worst Arsenal I've seen in my lifetime personally since I became a fan finished 8th.
Yeah.
That's a blessing. Most people's teams in England, especially with that league structure y'all got, like people be going down 7. I mean, look at Stoke and all these assholes that made our life miserable.
Stoke is special. Yeah, Portsmouth, I feel sorry for, to be fair. But Stoke, to be honest, they can keep falling. They can go all the way down to being like a step 3 club or whatever. I don't even know. Like, you know,
the police league.
I want to see them. I want to see them playing MK Dons and them boys. That's who I want to see. Stoke.
I want to see them at Power League.
That's Roy Delap. Come and see me at Dagenham Goals. Yeah, you Dagenham Goals or
Bethany Marshes, nigga. Let's go.
You come see me. Come see me. That's where Stoke belong. But yeah, I think we got a bit sidetracked there. Sorry.
Yeah. Strasbourg beat Auxerre 3-1. My brother, however it is, Hamad Traore scored the opening goal for them. Strasbourg converted a late penalty, but yeah, that's all that was. Strasbourg just beat them. So yeah, I don't even know if Ahmad and him are real brothers, but whatever.
I made that up.
This is what I'm saying.
I mean, after all, like in my defense, they are both black.
I'm from Ivory Coast
with the same surname.
Yeah. Nasty Boys FC beat Le Havre 3-0, and that's all I can say about that. So, Coach.
Well, the game isn't over yet. It's happening.
Oh.
So it might be 5-0 by now, I hope.
I wouldn't know because I don't pay attention to
the teams. Currently is 4-0 actually.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and why he scored the 4th. Yeah.
They just got a whole bunch of people with weird cases scoring goals.
Yeah, man, it's mental, man. But there we go. Let's get to the standings anyway, man. So PSG are on 40 points. Marseille are going to finish the weekend 7 points behind them, on 33 points. Monaco in 3rd on 30, and Lyon are both tied on 28 points. Nice are not that far behind. They're on 27 points.
I didn't bring up this game because I wanted to wait to the end because this game is dedication for Coach. Nice beat Rennes 3-2. But the most important thing about this whole entire game was the first goal. There was an assist from a certain Tanguy Ndombele. Yeah.
That's why I see that. I did see that.
Yeah, and I just knew Coach would enjoy that. I knew I was gonna shit on Jonathan David. I had to bring him a morsel. So
here's the thing with Tanguy and Ndombele. Yeah? He's a player that can retire, right? He's a player that can retire, and I will still believe that he has something to offer the world. That's where I'm at. We all have those players. Dean had it with Thiago. You know what I mean?
Wait. No. Please be respectful. Thiago may have been fragile, but he actually achieved things. I will fucking fight you, nigga. Don't play with me, boy. You trying to compare Thiago to fucking Ndombele?
I'm just gonna say this, right? I'm just gonna say this flat out, right? I seen Ndombele absolutely dance on the Man City side, basically. I seen Thiago get manhandled multiple times by an Arsenal side.
Hey,
You know what I'm
listen,
saying? Like,
I've been to London twice, and both times I was there, I went to Morley's, and who was there with me? Ndombele. So shut the fuck up, nigga. He's fucking. And we're Scott Steiner people here. Fucking respect the podcast, nigga.
How the hell did we start off 2025
the
like
best
this?
feat I've ever seen in my life. Like, hands down, it's stupid.
Like that ass. So, I've been out of work for too long now. Okay, I need to get back to the office. I got a little bit of insomnia. I'll be up too late. So I saw the highlights at like 3 a.m. And I wanted to text you so bad, but I thought it's fucking 3 a.m., bro. Can you behave like you have a life for once? Like, and I was like, fine. And I forgot to put in the fucking podcast agenda. I'm so mad at myself.
I'm not.
He looked like he's back. Like,
listen, I saw it, right? And I had to hit pause multiple times to go look who's number 22. I went on Wikipedia, and I had to go translate in French what 22 is to go look on their website, because I didn't believe that was Ndombele. I did not believe what I was watching.
Okay, absolutely wild take here, hot take here. And I'm not saying he should come back to the Prem or whatever for that, but I believe more than anything, whatever coach genuinely manages to get a tune out of him consistently, they are going to do well. He's that sort of transformative midfielder, genuinely.
See, here's the thing about him, though. The only sort of coach that can really get the best out of a player like that, it's not actually a coach. It's a chef.
He's fat.
You're doing him like Luke Shaw. Like, I won't stand for it.
Sean
Hey,
Dyche, baby. Sean Dyche. He's a
No,
Sean
Luke
Dyche
Shaw
player.
has that and Ndombele doesn't, and we'll move on. White
Yeah, there
privilege.
you go. There you go.
Let's go to Spain. Real Madrid beat Valencia 2-1. Vinny got sent off again.
But it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. I genuinely, like, it's what is it with Vinicius and Valencia? That's what we need to figure out. Genuinely.
I don't even want to get to the larger issue there because, we all know what happened at Valencia last season, blah, 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 blah. Ruben Bahar defended the club with his life and they fired him like 2 weeks ago. So, there you go. But I think I just hate the idea that someone can instigate something and that's fine. Because in this instance, if the goalkeeper doesn't touch Vinicius at all, if he just minds his business, none of this happens.
Yep.
But he's off the hook because Vinicius is supposed to be mentally whatever. Like, I don't see anything wrong with different people having different personalities.
Yeah.
It's not by force that the guy has to be quiet. Like, look how far he's gotten in his life based on the personality that he has, that he's shown. And you people are telling him not to be himself because other people are assholes? Like, nah, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. If that goalkeeper didn't touch him, none of this happens. So let's start there.
It's that simple.
Even after he touched, what did he do to the goalkeeper exactly that required him to fall on the ground? Like, we complain about referees not getting calls correct and being corrupt, but we never shit on the players for doing dumb shit like that constantly. Players are constantly trying to cheat. Managers are constantly trying to cheat, but only the refs cop flack for people not being good at their jobs. It's crazy, man. Like, if you want integrity in the game, have it throughout the game. Call it where you see it. Vinicius did nothing wrong there for me. He did nothing wrong.
Say the best part about that whole red card, though, was Jude throwing out the guy's water.
That was funny.
Do you know the way they were holding Vinicius back? It reminded me of Doc Rivers losing his shit. I forgot who he lost his shit against.
He always loses his shit.
No, but literally, he had. I think there was about 3 or 4 refs and players trying to hold him back, and he still got through. He's a big guy. He still got through somehow. That's what it reminded me.
Wait,
of.
hold on. Is this Doc Rivers a player or as a coach? Because he does it. He did it both ways. Okay.
The coach.
I feel like this dude watched that show on FX. He's talking about the show on FX or something.
No, it's not. This happened a good maybe 6-7 years ago. I want to say.
Because Doc got a couple of these, man.
a lot of these.
It's the one where it's like he ends up pointing for he just keeps pointing like this at the end of it. I want to see. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to find it and I want to send it to the group chat.
Please do.
But yeah, just on Vinny in general. Go on.
I know where it was. 2016.
There we go.
It was against the against Brooklyn, the double overtime loss.
I think it was. He was managing the Clippers then, wasn't he?
Yeah, against Ken Mara. Ken Mara tossed him out the game. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Vinicius in general, right, and just how players react in this sort of situations, yeah, VAR has to do their job and actually apply context there. Because all they're looking at, it's like they turn into robots themselves. All they're looking at is, did he raise his hand or not? Why not actually use common sense and actually think these players are human, intense game kind of thing. He's been provoked. Okay. But now they're talking about, oh yeah, but it's the rules of the game kind of thing. But then now referees are allowed leeway. Whatever country it is, referees are allowed leeway to apply it when whichever way they see fit. Like, I don't, like, what are we doing here? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's quite literally one rule here and another rule there for similar offenses.
Like,
I don't get it.
Like,
good.
Just to reiterate, if this is what it takes to get a Ballon d'Or level player on our TV screens every weekend, then I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
The idea that he needs to become somebody else, become a better player, like, I'm not, fuck all that shit, man.
No,
Look how
man.
far he got already. Fuck are you motherfuckers talking about, man? You change. Make your life better, motherfucker. Your life in as good conditions, like, go fuck yourself.
All right, so to sum this up, Coach mentioned VAR. Mbappe scored a really good goal assisted by Jude. It was taken off for offside for VAR. Turns out today that they announced that the VAR looked at the wrong thing and it was actually supposed to stand as a goal. I saw it from when I saw it live. I knew it was a goal. But then when it went to VAR, they slowed it down. And this is what happens. They lose their mind. Anyways, Luka Modric scores the equalizer, becomes the oldest player to ever score for Real Madrid. And then Jude decides, guess what I am? I'm the greatest light-skinned nigga since El DeBarge. So he ends up scoring the winner. And Jude is just...
Wow, you just gonna do Drake like that? That's crazy.
That nigga white. He had to say, he said, I'm looking at my dad say I'm that nigga. First of all, I don't gotta look at any of my friends. I know I'm a nigga. Anyways. I can wear a kufi, nigga, and you can't. But yeah, Real Madrid won, and that was that. So Real Madrid are top of the league. There is Copa del Rey action. I don't even know how to say this team's name of Barcelona.
Barbastro, I think. Barbastro.
Okay. Yeah, well, they beat them 4-0. And we don't even know what Barbastro is anyway. Atletico Madrid beat Marbella 1-0. Marbella sounds like where English people go to get drunk.
It is. It's a holiday destination.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
I would let you, like, 10, 15 years ago, I was losing my shit when I heard, like, Ibiza had an actual football team, bro. I was just like, the fuck?
Yeah,
I bet they're all club reps. That's what.
Yeah.
They're literally they're all club reps.
You and Miguel Aziz. That's a deep cut.
Yeah. If you know, you know, man. But I was like, the fuck, like they actually, like, BFA, literally, we call it BEEFA over here because it's been the holiday destination, and now you're telling me they got a football team as well. Literally blew my mind, man.
You know, I want you guys to remember Miguel Aziz because there's something that happened in Serie A that I'm gonna remind you guys a little bit later. But yeah, let's go to Italy. We don't really want to do LaLiga standings, do we? Because Real Madrid just made that game up.
We just know Real Madrid are on top.
Yeah,
that would put Atleti in second.
They played a game more than Atleti though. So,
well, we do have a league, which is good because some years someone runs away with it, and we do not have that complaint this year. This is the right time for there to be 3 teams that can win the league. I love it. Love it.
In Italy, there was Super Coppa Italiano action. Atalanta they lost 2-0. I watched this game and I turned it off.
What, nigga? Like, Inter beats them all the time. It's been like 17 straight whoopings and shit, man.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Denzel Dumfries got a brace. And if you let Denzel Dumfries score a brace, first of all, he had a really good goal, a really good finish, which if you let Dumfries do that against you, maybe you should go to the drawing board.
It felt a bit like Thuram scoring those 2 goals against Croatia in the 98 semifinal. That's what it felt like to me. Like, Denzel Dumfries just out of nowhere scores a brace to win a semifinal. But yeah, no surprise here. This was expected. Inter, like, jokes apart, like, I think Tony Miola was on the American broadcast talking about Atalanta should call Inter Daddy Inter. So, which is good. Gasperini is a grandfather, man. Like, chill with all that.
It might be a great grandfather.
I tell you what, I did enjoy the Dumfries goal because it is a quintessential Simone Inzaghi goal. Like, that's what he wants from his players, from his team, and in those right positions, he wants DeMarco high as quickly as possible when they break. He wants Barella and Mkhitaryan attracting players to them kind of thing because they can handle the pressure. He wants his other fullback again supplementing the attack. Not having to stay wide. It was a really enjoyable goal because you can tell that it's automism, it's coach. They feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, great goal, man.
You said autism. You said autism. Whatever you said, I thought of autism. I'm sorry.
Oh, I might slightly have it. You know, I may or not at this
We
point.
all
Who knows?
human, man. We all got a little bit of autism, man. Juventus lost to Milan 2-1, and all the Juve legends are pissed, man. They're all like saying Motta. Yeah, some of them are pissed. Yeah, some of them are pissed at Motta.
Why?
One of them said this guy never win trophy. All he's done is won something at Bologna.
Well, that's true, but it's nothing to be mad about. Like you lost the game, it happens. Like those 2 goals that Milan scored in the second half were the 2 most ridiculous. I mean, like shit just happens sometimes. Like it's unfortunate. If they'd scored a second goal before Milan started scoring, maybe they win that game. But I can't be mad at the manager for this. I thought both teams actually played pretty well. Milan especially were impressive because this was Sergio Conceição's first game as manager of the club. And they were playing very bravely. Even when they went a man down, they were trying to play forward. A lot of, remember earlier today we discussed, or I discussed the bounce pass thing that Liverpool are doing a lot of. I saw a lot of that from Milan in this game. And I thought to myself, for a guy that probably hasn't even done more than 2 training sessions, this shit looks impressive. Unfortunately, I thought Juventus were good value for their lead. But shit happens sometimes, man. I mean, and we got to give the manager some credit. He did make changes at half. He brought Yunus Musa on. I forgot who went. I think Benacer went off. And Yunus Musa was the one that hit the cross that went into the net for that ridiculous own goal, So I don't know. I can't be mad at Motta, but I'm also not a Juve legend, Like I don't have hypertension, so I don't know.
2 things. Yildiz' goal was really, really, really good. Sir ball
So good. So good.
What a goal.
The pass from the Congolese kid was so good. It was so good.
I don't think the Congolese kid likes Vlahovic, man. He don't pass Vlahovic ever, man. Bangula does not like Vlahovic.
No, he does not. And then second of all, Weston McKennie had a really, really, really pretty skill that he did. And I could not believe Weston McKennie had that in his locker. But hey, good for him. He did it to Pulisic too on top of that. So I guess
that's going into the group chat for sure.
Well, I was gonna say I can't even be impressed by that because he knew Pulisic was food. That's why he did that shit to him. Weston never does shit like that, but he'll like I do this shit to this nigga in U.S. men's national team training all the time. Like he got him, but good shit, man, good shit. Pulisic gonna get him back though.
Oh, for sure. You're gonna call him fat.
It's white boy 25. We gotta admit it. Them niggas won the election.
It's so funny because I just looked at my phone. I got an alert that says 2024 was the year of the loser. Let's go to Serie A. Napoli beat Fiorentina 3-0. I should have known that McTominay scored because so many United fans reminiscing on the timeline. I was like, oh.
Do you know what's funny? Considering how well he's done this year, I thought he'd have more than 4 league goals.
3.
But it's 3 league goals. I thought that goal was his 4th. But anyway, I thought he'd have more, essentially, is what I'm saying, considering the hype he's got. I think he's performed well mostly, but I thought, with the way that I thought he would have been on like close to double figures now, at least double figures by now. But
nah,
it's 4. You're right. Sorry, I was being a hater.
It's just you can subtract goals all you want. I won't say no. You know what I'm saying?
I just think it's I don't know. I thought this was going to be the highlight of most United fans this weekend. The fact that Lukaku and McTominay scored past De Gea, but thankfully we're going to talk about something a little bit better for y'all in a little bit. Thankfully, because it's been a weird couple weeks, man. Like, yes, I'm an Arsenal fan. But no, y'all niggas doing too much with this sucking shit, man. Like, can you suck a little less? Like, just a little less. And today y'all did that. So I cannot wait to talk United. Sorry. I just got excited. I saw David De Gea.
I'm gonna put an AO. I'm gonna put an AO on that, and we're gonna keep it pushing. Verona and Udinese was 0-0. Udinese played a man up for 20 minutes, and they still couldn't take advantage. So that's tough. The reason why I brought up Miguel Aziz, and I'm glad that this is what we're talking about. Venezia and Empoli played, and it was 1-1. There's a certain Tino Angerin who came from Chelsea's academy, and I was saying how like. We see this a lot in football, right? Where like players are really hyped up at academies, and then sometimes they don't really show off for their team, but then they stumble and they find their way. And Tino has been doing very, very well for Empoli. If you haven't seen him play for Empoli this season, you should go check it out. The kid has finally found himself. I know they sent him away to Moscow like a few years ago, but he found himself. Now he's left Chelsea and looks good. So that's the only reason I brought that up, because I was paying attention to him, because Nigeria need midfielders and he plays midfield. So yeah. That's the only reason why I cared about that.
Good stuff,
Well,
man.
Nigerian needed midfielders quite literally it's a lifelong thing. We've always needed midfielders, guys. Like, in my lifetime, at least, anyway, Nigeria could always do with midfielders. Like the same way, I don't know what other England have always needed a proper six. Like it's just always been that way for a long time.
In a better country, we would have made Sunday Olise's kid become another six as well. But we don't think ahead in my country, you know. Like Bola Tinubu, when I see you, man, I'm kidding, sir. Do not kill my family, please. I'm begging you. I was just kidding.
You know, I saw in Nigeria that they're removing like the what's it called, the covers for the road, and now they got mad potholes in Abuja. So that's our country, man. We don't give a fuck about ourselves.
Yeah, I was looking at flights for later on this year.
Good luck. Not the president. Can you give us the standings in Serie A, please?
Of course. So Napoli, it's weird actually because the top three have all played separate amounts of games, basically. Napoli are on 44 points, 19 played. Atalanta on 41 points with 18 played. Inter are on 17 points with 40 played. And then Lazio, who are losing currently to Roma right now 2-0, are on 35 points in fourth.
Yeah, shout out to Roma for kicking fascism out of football. Germany on a winter break. We got Dortmund hosting Leverkusen. That's a great way to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, guys, guess what? We got a banger for you guys. So thank you. Let's go to England. Wrap it all up. Tottenham, they lost 2-1 to Newcastle. Ends the Stallion, his team continue to lose. And guys, he's not even Australian, right? You know he's Greek.
Yeah, he's Greek. Yeah, we know.
I saw his full name the other day, and I was like, "Oh, this is a real Greek man. This is Angelos Postakos or something like that." So
yeah. There's a huge Greek community in Sydney. So
I remember years back watching Neighbours and Home and Away and seeing a bunch of black-haired Australians thinking, "You guys don't go here, really."
He said, "You're too Olivey. You're too oily.
You don't go here." Like,
you've been to a pity party.
When they're called Katerina, I was like, "You're not." Even me at 8 years old, like, "You're not Australian." You know what you are.
I feel like that's the one quality every Englishman has. No matter what kind of Englishman they are, they know exactly where you belong in the hierarchy. They're like, you're a nigger and you're not. That's English people. Like, we get a little confused over here. They are never confused. They know where you belong.
We got a one drop rule here, man.
Do you know what? Yeah, I want to put a pitch. Do you know what? Funny enough, everyone's seen The Matrix here, right?
Sure.
So the scene where Neo opens the door to the guys that invite him to the club, right? The girl that's got the white rabbit tattoo that says, "Yeah, you should come along," kind of thing. That's Katerina. She's Australian and she was in, I think it was Neighbours. And yeah, that's how I was just like, yeah, this girl is not Australian, bro. But I'll put
I think you sorely overestimate how much we care about British culture. I'm so mad at you right now.
She's
just tell me about Neighbours, nigga. Like, what if I started talking about fucking Seinfeld right now? How would you feel, nigga?
Seinfeld was cool, to be fair.
Neighbours wasn't, is what I'm saying.
You know it's not cool though? Tottenham keep losing. Actually, it is cool. Never mind, I lied.
Is it not really? Like,
you said that shit like Rick James on the Chappelle Show. Like,
how can you say that in front of my salad, bro? What do you mean? Tottenham losing is not cool. What do you mean it's not cool?
Look, I've reached the point with Tottenham where I'm just like, I think for what I understand about Tottenham and their fans, they have the right kind of manager.
Mm-hmm.
There are mitigating circumstances for why they've had such bad results. Lots of injuries, but then again, his style of play kind of leads to a lot of hamstring injuries. But then again, other teams have a lot of injuries as well. So it's hard to give Ange grace anymore because he's getting grumpier and grumpier with the media, which I suppose I don't mind. But I don't know. Like, what do people expect? He's playing fucking Archie Gray as a center back. Like, what are they going to do? Sit back? They're still going to lose, so you might as well have a go. I don't understand why people are beefing him still. I really don't. Just, if Daniel Levy is fine with it, I'm fine with it.
By the way, Anthony Gordon looks like Jake Paul.
That's actually very good because I couldn't figure out what he looked like outside of an exotic bird. For real.
He said,
He looked like what's that thing? What's them birds that have the white birds that have the thingy at the top of their heads that comes up like that?
A cockatoo?
let's call it, cockatoo probably. Yeah.
Shit.
Yo, real quick on Anthony Gordon, he basically got his nose broken in this game.
Yeah.
And the refs didn't do anything about it. They didn't look at it. They didn't. I don't understand. Like,
It's England, man. You make up the rules as you go along.
Fuck's sake,
know
man.
this?
Fuck's sake, it's crazy. Like, he was bleeding everywhere, man.
Probably Ribena coming out of his nose.
He can't afford that. He's just a Premier League player. He doesn't have a podcast. Fuck you talking about?
His wealth.
Bournemouth beat Everton 1-0. That made me happy because David Brooks scored, and you know his whole situation with his medical history, and it's nice to see him. And the finish was pretty
fantastic. Like, it was very Van Persie-esque, you know. Really, really happy.
I ain't even watched that shit, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man.
No, it was good. It was
Like,
good. But I tell you what. In general, though, there was a couple of penalty shouts in this game, which made me kind of feel like next week them shits are gonna happen, and you know what? Those penalties will be given. Like that's what kind of grinds my gears about this shit. Like, it's just yeah.
I think I want to say it's been a little too long since we had a proper PGMOL week. I feel like we went like 2-3 weeks without a whole lot of scandal, and they're like, we want attention. So now we have this match week. Can't wait to get into the rest of it.
Yeah. By the way, just to bring back League on, Andre Ayew scored against his dad's club. That game ended up 5-1. So, you know, his dad was.
Oh, it's finished now. Cool.
Yeah. Just want to bring up the fact that he scored against his dad's team, so maybe he can like talk shit. You know, Ghanaians, they've been crashing out lately on the internet. I don't know what's wrong with old boy from Ghana that crashed out, Gian, but whatever.
Yeah.
Aston Villa Leicester 2-1. We love this game because all the people that scored in this game were black. Mavididi, Leon Bailey, and Ross Barkley. So good though. Shout out to black people. But yeah,
I'm really, really happy for Mavididi just getting prem minutes because he's a Haylender. He's someone that me and my friend like had high hopes for, and it just didn't happen. But every time we watched him in the U21s and shit, like, you know, and even when he went down to the championship as well, you know, like he looked like he should be putting shit together. So I'm hopeful that he can kind of press on from that. But in regards to Aston Villa, that Ross Barkley goal, great finish. Great finish. And they've got good depth I want to say pretty much everywhere, Aston Villa, man. I'm just hoping when they come to the Emirates in a couple of weeks' time that it kind of goes to shit for them, but they take points off everybody else. They need to take points off, basically. That's what I'd hope for. But it's Unai Emery, guys.
Ollie Watkins got his juice stolen by Jon Duran. He does not look like the football player he was in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, he gave the ball away, I think, for the goal, didn't he?
And he should have finished one chance. He sent it all the way to wherever he comes from. So, yeah.
Africa? Is that what you want to say? Go back to Africa?
No, huh? I mean, if he was in America, we'd call him black, but in England, they call him biracial. So I can't say go back to Africa to him. So, yeah, that happened. Chelsea, Crystal Palace. I love this game so much because I'm a hater. Jadon Sancho did a little thing, got a nice little assist, and then all of a sudden I start seeing everybody defending. Oh, United did this. Shut up. So Cole Palmer got a goal, and then Cole Palmer also gave up the lead because, yeah, he gave a silly pass away, and then Eze found Mateta, and 1-1. I love that. Chelsea have been crashing lately. They've like played well for a little bit, and then they just fall off. So
yeah. I mean, to give Maresca some credit, when they were talking about that title race shit a couple of weeks ago, he was very clear that he did not see it that way, and we didn't see it that way on this podcast either. But you know, we didn't want to sound like haters since we're fans of teams that are not Chelsea. And I think just in general, as a slight point, I think it was Nick that hit us up on Blue Sky. You know, in regards to our team of the year, our top players that we listed, and he said it was pure hater shit for us to not have Cole Palmer in our team. And I'm like, none of us even like thought about him, not even off no hater shit, but because his team hasn't done anything, you know, like,
and also because this player is better than him. So there's that.
There's also that, like, you know, I know you watch him every week and you think he's great. We think he's great too, but there's greater. Yeah. For now, at least. So.
Yeah.
We didn't even put Jamal Musiala there.
Yeah, exactly. So, but But just on that, Cole Palmer there was a chance he laid on the plate for Jackson, right? And that is Cole Palmer's USP basically. The fact that he kind of just walks around unassuming and the ball drops to him and he does that basically.
Magic,
and
yeah.
and I think that a lot of people, I rate that sort of quality kind of thing. I feel like some people kind of think that's the be all and end all, and it's generally not. Like a lot of players can do what he done there kind of thing, right? Obviously, he's very, very good at it. He's exceptional at it kind of thing. But there's other shit that they can do as well, on top of that as well. And Cole Palmer's a good dribbler, you know what I mean? He can create off the dribble and stuff like that. But I just feel like there's games where he just kind of phases in and out. Like he just kind of, and for the position that he plays, and you know, he's the best, he's, you know, obviously the best player. I think he's the highest earner as well kind of thing. You know, we're going to get to United, but we kind of want to see more of what Bruno done today in the sense that you're just always there, always available. Just, you know, all this cheating stuff that players are allowed to do at times at certain clubs kind of thing. It's all good if you're Mo Salah, basically. If you're not Mo Salah, you shouldn't be cheating. Even Bukayo Saka doesn't cheat, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
when he comes back from that hamstring, he better fucking be cheating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hope he cheats. You know what I'm saying? But Cole Palmer, for now, I don't think you should be cheating, bro. You should be there out. You should be front lines, like kicking the shit out of niggas and scoring goals and assisting as well. Is basically what I'm saying.
Like, do you know who else got kicked this weekend?
Go on.
Southampton. Brentford beat their ass 5-0. I was watching that game. I was like, this is not a Premier League team. This is not a championship team. This is just a bunch of guys.
Yeah. Oh, there's a funny story, actually, I saw on Instagram.
Was it the dude's mom?
Yeah.
So the dude's mom came to the game with her son, and she doesn't really care about football. She just came to watch a Southampton game with her son at St. Mary's. And before the game, there was sort of like a raffle or some sort of competition where you had to predict the score. And keep in mind, she does not watch football. So she predicted 5-0 to Brentford. Then she ends up winning the raffle because she predicted the right score. And Adam Armstrong, a player, has to present her with a jersey.
And they booed her.
But to be fair, her son started booing first.
It's not sexism. It's not sexism.
Yeah, and she was so happy too, like, you know, because she came to a game for the first time and got a free shirt. That's wonderful.
Women's rights, baby. We support women's rights.
That was genuinely the story of the weekend for me, man. How random was that, man?
Yeah, they should have had Mbuemo give her the jersey because he was clearly man of the match.
Yo, listen, Mbuemo is that guy. He is. Yeah,
I love him.
Dean, can I first of all hold on, Dean? I want to publicly apologize to you because I remember in the group chat you said who was better between Marmoush and Mbuemo, and I want to say I'm very sorry. Okay, I apologize.
Listen, man. Listen.
Hey, before you finish, Marmoush is
not decided yet. I think you should keep that apology. It's not decided yet.
I'm gonna say it because Marmoush is linked to City. So
fair enough. You know, I respect it. I
love it. I agree with you. Thank you for the apology.
Just on Mbuemo and what Brentford have and what Wolves have and what West Ham have, basically. Trust me, there's a theme here. There's so many of these players at these clubs, right, that are absolute grenades and nukes and just weapons of mass destruction. And no, like Damsgaard, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Damsgaard improves a lot of teams in the top half of the table.
His hairline is running away from him too.
But he's a fantastic footballer. There's so many of these good players just scattered throughout the league, right? And it just kind of makes me laugh when we talk about, the Premier ain't what it used to be kind of thing. Damsgaard is pure and utter Barclays men. Let's not fuck around here. Like legit, he is so fucking clear. And you look at Mbuemo,
that's Pedersen from Blackburn. That's who that is.
Like, and then you look at Kudus, like at West Ham. There's so many of these teams there that have all these players, and it makes me like we're gonna get to the Arsenal game eventually. But when people talk about, you know, we show these teams too much respect, blah blah blah. I just see Matthias Cunha just literally run a game against a £1 billion squad, guys. Like, you can't let these guys get a build up ahead of steam because they will kill you. They'll actually kill you, bro.
The reason why all these players and coaches keep coming to England is because it's the best league. It's the most competitive.
Bro,
and all of them can't fit on the same team. because all the teams got money and they can buy good players. These are, like we said this a couple weeks ago, kind of as a joke, being sarcastic. Ain't no small teams in England anymore.
No.
Ain't no small team. Every team has elite talent. I think maybe not Leicester. Maybe not Leicester. Southampton has dribbling. That's a player you can shine up for sure into something. Ipswich got a couple kids that Jack Clark, Leif Davis, that you can develop into something. Leicester, they don't got nothing. But besides that, every team got some serious talent.
Yeah.
Hey, time out. Leicester, Bilal El Kanous. Yes, that's a player.
I'm not ready yet. But I'm looking.
We'll keep an eye. We can keep an eye on him. But we're talking about Kudus was at Ajax, bro, and now he has to trudge along to Stratford every week. Stratford isn't a nice place, guys.
Hey man, but he brought his own seat, so it's cool.
Yeah, that is true as well. But I just have to say that when Brentford and these other teams go to Southampton and shit, and they're whacking them 5-0 like Brentford or Man City, it's not that. It's just that, bro. They literally rocked up there with Damsgaard behind Mbeumo and Wissa. That's a fucking joke, man.
And Kevin Schade.
And Kevin Schade, bro. What? Are you taking that is insane. That's Brentford, bro.
Bro is out there like Kevin DeBald.
Yo, and it's crazy because West Ham lost 4-1 to Man City, and everybody's beating Man City except for West Ham. West Ham are just a bad team right now. So
I mean, they had their chances in the game, but when you're not good, you're not good. And I mean, City may be where they are right now, but they're not fucking mugs. Okay, they can they can hit a layup still.
Yeah.
If you give it to them, they'll take it. So and they took it.
And the crazy part is about they beat them 4-1, and Jack Grealish still didn't score.
Can he get 2 years in a row?
Okay. So guys, where City are definitely cutting their losses this summer because they need money as well. Kind of when you think about what's coming, they'll need money at some point anyway. They didn't spend in the summer, kind of thing, so it makes sense for them to have to think. So where does he go?
Jack Grealish?
Yeah.
It's a hell, nigga. Ain't nobody give a fuck. Get the fuck out of our face with the bullshit, man.
I know exactly where he's gonna go. Hold on, Dean. You said when we talked about La Liga, Ibiza has a team.
You know what? I think I see it.
That could work.
I think he's gonna sign on as a club rep manager. Yeah. I see it.
That or Tenerife. You could play for Tenerife.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Baya. Let's go.
Yeah. You guys see the vision.
Well, real quick on the Jack Grealish scene. The more I have no clue where he's gonna go, coach. But the more interesting question to me is how much do they get for him?
Well, they're taking a loss.
Or are they just letting him go as a free type shit? Because I'm not paying shit for that nigga. I know he's still good.
They'll get a pack of Walker crisps.
I'll be honest. I think Tottenham is right there. Tottenham is the layup.
Well, so who's gonna cut the Sunday roast? They already have James Maddison. It's the same fucking Pokemon. One is just not ugly. That's the difference between them, really. And James Maddison playing all right now. So I don't know, but he does fit them.
I don't think it's such an easy. It's we're talking about layups. That's just an easy layup. Tottenham will literally pay £60 million for him. They will.
That is so dumb.
And he's an Ange player. When you think about it, he's very much an Ange player.
Yeah.
So I think
it would be good for everybody. It'd be good for Grealish. It'd be good for City. It'd be good for us as fans of the game that want to watch a good player discover himself again. So because this Pep shit has not worked out. It just hasn't. I don't care what he won.
The treble year was the best he's ever played for City, and all he was doing was he was a tactical cheat code because he could keep the ball. He was not fun. He was not fun to watch. But
they turned him into a running back, bro. Running back. This is not that sport, nigga. What the fuck? Jack Grealish was so much fun to watch at Villa. So much. Yeah. He deserves to have a team built around him.
Yeah.
You say he's Mike Allsop?
Send that nigga to Southampton. I'll watch him in the championship. I prefer to watch
Nigga say Christian McCaffrey. That's fucking crazy. Let's move on. Brighton Arsenal. The Arsenal edition is out now. Please go listen to that. It has Gabby, Coach, and Dean on it. I want to add my 2 cents first and foremost. Ethan is a special player. That's a very, very talented player. So Arsenal has a very good one. Him shooting that ball right there let me know everything about him. That yeah, he's that guy. He's very much that guy because a lot of kids would have passed that ball, but he said, "Nah, fuck that." Anyway, any 17-year-old Igbo kid with chin hair like that, I know he pays bills already. So there's that. 2, that was not a penalty. I know I hate Arsenal from the bottom of my heart, but that was some bullshit. But
quick question, just a quick question on that in general. Like, because me and Dean were dumbfolded yesterday, trying to rack our brains. Have you ever seen yourself a penalty?
I'm not gonna let you finish that. I've never seen that in my life. Not a day in my life. I've never seen that. I understand it, high kick, whatever. But I've never seen that.
You know what though? You know what? I did see a clip on Twitter from the Scottish Premier League, the Celtic game, where something similar happened, but the guy that committed the foul in this one did not touch the ball at all. Okay. Like he straight up just headbutted the other guy. And they were both going for the same ball, but it was like yesterday's, except Saliba did touch the ball, which is usually what they use to excuse a lot of what I think should be fouls in certain circumstances. But it's like, well, he touched the ball, so it's fine. In this instance, it didn't seem to matter, even though it was a theme none of us have ever seen and probably will never see again. But we're Arsenal fans. We're used to this. This is not the first time. This is not the first time this season.
I mean, just Tosin, just what from what you saw of the game in general, like, did you see the foul on Gabriel as well for the corner?
Yeah,
generally speaking, right? I think there's a level of lenience that referees seem to have. I'm not going to say it's an Arsenal, but referees seem to have for certain fouls depending on where they are on the pitch. And it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, what is that?
Okay, first of all, before anybody says anything, if you're watching this means that I was a referee, okay? Second of all, these niggas, I try to give referees some, like, grace because it's a hard job to do. 100% is a hard job to do. But it's just some things you just do. It's just like, why are you doing this? It just doesn't make any sense. But listen, I'm tired of referees because we're gonna get to the United game. They just do nonsense. It's really just they just really just do nonsense.
Yeah, like I think just real quick, generally on Arsenal and the title race and all that shit. Again, I feel like I've had this complaint before in the past, and this probably happened the last 2 seasons. I don't mind when a team gets outplayed. That is totally fine. Like when you have to talk about refs afterwards. It just makes everything icky. That's not really what we want to talk about in football. And these people, they just do things to garner attention constantly. It feels like, if they don't call that foul for that penalty, no one makes a fuss about it. It was a coming together. It happens, but
I want to add to Coach's point when you're saying, like, how insane the league is now. You look at a team like Brighton, they got Balbe in midfield, they got Adingra, they got Pedro. And it's like, these are really, really good players. Even Verbruggen's a decent goalkeeper. They're bringing Ruta off the bench. They can leave Julio and Ciccio on the bench, which is so silly, but...
They brought Matoma off the bench. Like,
he ain't do shit, though.
Yeah, they didn't do fuck all, but it's that depth that these, like, clubs have where it's like, it's depth, but it's quality depth. Like, gone are the days where you're going away to certain clubs and they bring in Gary Caldwell off the bench. Like, like that shit don't happen anymore, man.
Is he still the worst player to ever play in the Premier League?
Okay, so I don't want to say it's a general consensus. He's just my personal worst player to play in the Premier League.
I think we agreed on this a couple years ago on this podcast. Like, you convinced the rest of us that, yes, he's the worst player.
There is one, but I'm not going to say because I believe in black people. And especially Black American people, so I'm going to leave that alone. But you could put 2 and 2 together, think about who I was thinking about.
Yeah, they're not worth the Gary Caldwell, bro.
You said what?
Howard was good.
No, a Black American.
Who it is, man. I need to know.
He's a Black American striker.
Oh, Altidore had some good tweets as well, man. Gary Caldwell ain't never made me laugh, bro. He was shit.
I don't know who you're talking about, man. I'm getting old. Anyway.
He just said it.
What do you say?
Altidore.
Oh, that happened?
Yeah.
Sunderland. Was he at Fulham?
Sunderland.
Yeah, that's not his fault. Sunderland fucking sucked. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what I'm saying, like, I don't like to make fun of Black Americans, man. Like, for you to get from New Jersey to Sunderland is crazy, man. And he's Haitian too, so sac passe to all my niggas out there.
Look, I'm not being funny. Just off the international clout alone, like Gary, like Gary Cole would kill to have Altidor's career. How about that?
And his
There
wife
you go.
too.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be Caldwell. Still.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a pro-black podcast. Fulham beat Ipswich 2-2.
they drew.
They drew. I can't even read today. Sorry. New year, no reading. Fulham, Ipswich is 2-2. Raul Jimenez got 2 penalties. He becomes the highest goal-scoring Mexican ever in Premier League history, beat Chicharito. So a little fun fact for him. We can get a tostone after the game, so very proud of him for that. Liam Delap got a penalty, and Samoa got that goal in the first half. But listen, like we saying, Ipswich are actually pretty decent. It's unfortunate they're probably going to get relegated, but they're a decent side. So
why is it unfortunate?
I don't know, because I like Kieran McKenna.
Them niggas can go. I don't give a fuck, man. They some haters. These niggas showed up to the Emirates and played, and they still haven't done that since that game. Ridiculous. I'm so mad about it, and I understand that it's a compliment, but still, like, come on,
Is it
man.
backhanded compliment?
Just bust it open a little for us, man.
Compliment, like when a manager shows up and says, "I don't want to play."
Coach, don't ever say that again. By the way,
what's that?
That's my fault. That was crazy still.
He says, like, go ahead and bust it open a little bit for us. That's crazy.
Just a bit, man. Don't be shy of it, man.
But he's not wrong. Like, I'm just saying, we've seen Ipswich play 20 games in the league now. Is it? Or 19 or 20 games. And the only one of those games where they played a deep block, mid block, deep block was at the Emirates. That shit just pissed me off. That's all. I get it. I would do the same thing if I was Kieran McKenna. He's a good manager. But like Coach said, he should have busted it open.
Yeah, man. Just quickly on Ipswich though. Liam Delap, I'm gonna back him for the 14 league goals. That's what I'm backing him for.
How much would you pay for him?
How much would I pay for? Okay, so relegation clause, I'm paying 30 million for him. If they stay up, I think I'd be comfortable paying 50. Yeah,
sounds fair.
He's a strong white man, so if he was an American.
Do you guys think he can do that throw his dad used to do?
No.
Why not?
All the powers in his feet, man.
Yeah.
He really knows to hit a ball, man.
Yeah. In the last game, Liverpool 2, Man United 2. The United edition should be out soon, featuring Tommy and I. We're actually happy for once. So, this is Man United's first goals at Anfield since December 2018, since Jesse Lingard scored. We went nearly 7 years without scoring at Anfield.
Shout out Jesse Lingard, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, he a bitch
in America, he'd be black. In England, he's just mixed race.
Exactly. And in Korea, what is he? In Korea, he's a GI. Like, he's having fun out there, man. I love that for him. I love a motherfucker just deciding, you know what? If I'm going to get paid to do something, I might as well have fun doing it. Because he is just not willing to be serious about this football thing to the extent, because clearly he has the talent to play at the level that he played at.
Yeah.
But no team wants him anymore because he's not a serious man, and I love that for him.
He's Jordan Poole.
To be honest, I think he was the first genuine Peter Pan footballer. Because these niggas were talking about, Man United youngster. He was 27 while they were calling him a youngster, bro. I'll never forget on Sky Sports.
He was 27 when he Millie rocked.
Literally, on Sky Sports, Roy Keane was like, he's a young lad. And I had to Google just to make sure. And he was 27, my bro.
This is a United thing, though. They do this. Like, Rashford was young until they decided they didn't want him anymore. And now all of a sudden he's 27.
Until they decided he was black, basically. Yes.
Hey, listen. You guys understand these black English boys. No matter how many white women you sleep with, you're still a nigga. So
pretty much.
They're not listening to this, bro.
But yeah, on the game, man, look, I probably want to go a bit backwards on this and talk about the manager comments. Lot was talking some shit about, if you go back and watch the game, we controlled it. And, we had 3 really good chances, especially in the first 25 minutes. I would say sitting there thinking, United for the entire game quite literally saw that your right side was cut basically and bleeding, and they just kept on punching it over and over and over and over and over again, and you kept on giving them change out of it, bro. Like, I'm not being funny. Football is a game of margins and a game of trying to take advantage of shit that's there, right? And if United don't have to essentially come out and be super duper expensive, even though United controlled, I full territory really, really well. If there's a glaring weakness there, which Liverpool have in both fullbacks, to be honest, like, but the more liable one is Trent. Why not target that over and over again? And you know you get, pardon me, you know you're getting change out of it. That's my thing personally. So
I just want to give a quick shout out to the best president of a football club in the world, my nigga Florentino Perez, for putting in that goofy ass bid this week, because just adding pressure to these niggas, man. They finna melt. I can feel it. I can feel it in my fucking bones. These lucky sons of bitches are about to fucking melt. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
There was an alleged report that Liverpool players are really pissed after the game with each other. That's cool. That's just alleged. But yeah,
Pissed
they said
about
there
what?
was with the way the game went today, and they were all yelling at each other. Apparently, allegedly.
Yeah, I mean, did you see Virgil out there? He was sassy as fuck. He was side-eyeing niggas and shit. Like,
he had a good game though. To be fair to him, I think.
he's Virgil, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
he didn't have a good game.
He didn't seem very captainly to me. Is my point. Like, the captain should not be the one cutting eyes at people. I feel like he should be the one bringing people together.
You know what captain played well today? Bruno did.
Yeah,
Shocking.
I want to be honest and go on record as saying this might be the best ever Bruno's game for United. Everything that he done is exactly what I think he it's not that he was never capable of it. He just didn't care to do it. Like, he just didn't care to do it. And it's like, if you don't care to do it, then maybe you're not as good as you think you are. But Deen understands it now. Okay, fair enough. I see it. But the simple fact,
Fucking Rabona, nigga. He pissed me off so bad with that shit. But otherwise, he was great.
Yeah, it was so funny because Deen was expecting me to say something. I said something. That shit pissed me off so much.
He was playing so well today. I'm like, Bruno, why? Just behave.
But that's
like, you gotta talk to that nigga like he a puppy or some shit, man. It's ridiculous.
But that's the thing with Bruno. The CTE is never ever far away. That's the worry with him. But genuinely today, if Bruno gives them 20 more of those performances, bro, like, he can make a late run for PFA team. Yeah, because like, genuinely, like, he was near enough faultless today. And I think one of the key things here was, again, United's left hand side and obviously Liverpool's right hand side kind of thing. Him being there and not really making as many runs in behind as one of the 10s kind of thing, but essentially drawing players to himself. Trent was on an island a lot of the time because Dalot was frying his ass. Let's be real. Within the first 10 minutes, Dalot fried him kind of thing. Then they made a change to bring on Konate kind of thing. Even the equaliser for Ahmad, Trent is literally playing at centre back, and it's Konate that's come out wide kind of thing. Like, they turned that boy inside out basically to the point where it was just like, yeah, United getting a winner today is most likely going to come from the right hand side again.
He should have just gone to Madrid, man. Just accept the bid, man.
Yeah, just go, man.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Madrid, Roy Keane said that he's thinking about Real Madrid. He looks like he should be playing for Tranmere Rovers.
Hey, shout out to Tranmere.
Yeah. Guess who don't feel that way though? Florentino Perez.
Yeah.
So talk your shit, Keane. Ain't nobody give a fuck. Okay, Trent is nice with the ball. Right? Remember that pass from last week? That pass at West
Ham.
I've watched that too many times for a nigga that doesn't support Liverpool. I just pull that shit up daily. Like, damn, and that's what Florentino be doing.
Yeah. I want to give a quick shout out to a few players that caught my eye today. McAllister was really good. Gravenberg was really good as well. The pair of them were really good. But the man of the match for me was Manuel Ugarte. I was sitting there like, yo, who the fuck are you?
Yeah,
like,
some of those outside the foot passes as well was so nice. Like,
I was about to go buy me some mate.
I'll tell you, just on United midfield in general, actually, Kobe Mino was excellent today, but he really slapped Curtis Jones's head. That's the one thing I just want to be clear here. Like, and I love Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones is a fantastic footballer, and I'm not gonna go online and say I wouldn't like him off. I think he'd do well for us. But Kobe Mino literally showed why he went to the Euros and Curtis Jones didn't. Like, there's a clear level, like, and for all of Curtis Jones's qualities, you know, he's really good at pressing the ball. He's good on the ball as well. He's good at receiving between the lines as well. Kobe Manu's lack of athleticism kind of works in his favour in these sorts of games because United are squeezing that midfield, and in those small spaces, Kobe Manu is gonna kill you basically. Like, he's absolutely gonna ruin you. And yeah, they couldn't live with him for the most part, and they sent out Curtis Jones to hustle and harry him and shit. And he was just like, well, okay.
Yeah, like the only mistakes Kobe made were, when it wasn't because anyone took the ball off him. It was because he made a loose pass, which happened once or twice. But he was my man. He was the man I noticed the most in the game. I know Bruno was probably the best player. I can admit that. I ain't gonna hate on the captain or nothing, but I was really enjoying Kobe's performance today. Yeah. And more of this. He actually looks fitter to me. He looks like he's actually developing the range that he needs to be an elite midfielder. So it's early days, man. How old is he, Tosin?
18.
Yeah, he be all right.
Yeah, Lenny Euro, great slide tackle. Shout out to Lenny.
Yeah.
One last thing on this game. I am completely just sold a dummy brick because I want Osimhen at United so bad. I know it's never gonna happen, but I want that. I want that man in my club.
I think what you need to focus on, leave that dream alone. Focus on clean sheets, getting rid of fucking Delict, because that nigga was ass today. God damn, for a veteran, Euro should have started, okay? It's getting to that point. I feel like Delict is just not really, I don't know, he has...
He ain't better than Harry Maguire?
No, he's not.
Harry Maguire, look, guys, Harry Maguire is a titan, genuinely. Mentally, regardless of how his body language is and how he looks unassuming, Harry Maguire is a real fucking leader, guys. Make no mistake about it.
This nigga said mentally. Look at the fucking helmet on that nigga, man.
Hey, yo.
Fucking mental type. This nigga's big as fuck.
Yo. No, for real. He is a mentality monster. He has been through it. I know, obviously, Rashford has taken the brunt of most abuse and stuff, but Harry Maguire isn't that far behind. That nigga's been hated for a very long time.
He used to be the captain.
Yeah.
And they took that shit off him because he was bad.
Yeah, and look at him. Look, literally, in the last, I'll say calendar year, but in the last year or so, Harry Maguire, when called upon, has really let United down. Genuinely, he's really let them down. And that's just the mark of the man, I think. I really, really respect him. Genuinely, I really respect him.
And guess who else respects him? Ruben Amorim. Because he just extended his contract. The club didn't have to do that, but he was like, we need leaders, and Harry's one of them. So...
By the way, Amorim was so pissed after the game. He basically was like, why can't you niggas do this shit on a daily basis?
Yeah. He did mention that he got some training sessions in this week. And that shit, you know what? That shit is so underrated because I think, what's his name? De Jong this week was talking about the fact that we don't train anymore.
Yeah.
That's mental when you think about it because of how many games there are. And training is essentially, how they talk about, you train how you play kind of thing. If you're not training kind of thing and you're just going from game to game to game, number one, you're not really you're doing all the tactical shit clearly. They're in their offices and shit, reviewing tape and stuff, but getting on the pitch and trying new shapes, trying new set piece drills and shit like that, it's not happening anywhere near as much as it used to. That much to me is clear. Much to me is clear.
And the reason why managers get to come to Premier League is because they distinguish themselves elsewhere, or or they have the reputation that they're a good on the field coach. Even someone like Ten Hag that all of us kind of made fun of and he left. Part of the reason why he got in the position to get the United job was because he did his their actual main job is coaching players on the field. All this extra shit is not really the original part of the job. The game has just grown to that extent. And now they can't do the primary thing that they're supposed to do to prove why they have the jobs they have. So this is a whole nother level of, of football, really. I think it's almost like a different skill set that we expect from managers now. Because if you have to coach teams that you don't get to practice with them on a regular basis, I don't even know how you get them better, to be honest,
And you know what? It's just, I think the best example I can think of is Dubai for Arsenal last year.
Right.
We had was it 8 or 9 days in Dubai? And he got the players' families there and stuff. And what do you call it? They were resting and shit. But they were on that field. They're still on that field kind of thing. And to be on the field 9 days straight in this current climate of football, you end up winning 16 of 19 games. That's kind of what happens, So there's a conversation to be had for sure. Maybe these players need to train more and play less football matches. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? No.
Nah, man. Maybe that influencer that you hate so much is right. Maybe modern football does suck. These niggas don't even fucking train. What the fuck you talking about, bro?
Yo, y'all got anything else?
You might have a point.
Y'all wanna add anything else we get out of here?
No, like, share, subscribe as usual. We really appreciate you guys. We really love you guys, like, for real. And I know we say you guys, like, but for real, like, a lot of you tune into our shit, believe it or not. Like, I can't, like, you guys wouldn't fit into all of our houses combined. Put that. That's how many, like, a lot of you people.
I live in Texas, nigga.
That is true. Actually, everything's bigger in Texas. Actually, that is, that might be different. But the point remains that so many of you like tune into our shit. We want a lot more of you to. We want a lot more of you to interact with us. But genuinely, just Happy New Year. Thank you for rocking with us and shit. And we really, really fucking love you guys. Seriously, man.
Yeah. And remember, football is just the most important of all the unimportant things. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, relax about this shit. It's supposed to be fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't let it stress you out. It's fun, baby. Like, I mean, I'm smiling right now, but this is delusion. Okay. I think my team is gonna win the league. Why? I don't know, but I'm here and I'm deluded and I'm happy. It's supposed to be fun, baby. I enjoy this shit.
I think my team can win Europa League. We all crazy.
Yeah, you did predict
Funny
that.
enough, I think you guys can too as well. I'm not even joking.
Hey man, if Ruben Amorim gets some training days, you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
They could win the league.
No, we're not.
Too far? Oh, my bad.
Way too far. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are out. Everyone take it easy. Peace.
Peace.
Hey folks, this is Deen from the Shirtless Plantain Show. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and follow us on all our socials. You can see them right beneath our recordings in every video. Thanks again, and see you on the next one.